It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. First play, Watson to the air. And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
To try again after the sack. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 88 yards. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Tua going to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
Well, just say thank you, Mr. QB. That ball gets tipped in the air, and they come out with a first down.
You've said it before, sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, but what you have to do as a defender, that ball's in the air, you've got to go up and get it, and at worst, knock it to the ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. The slot man in motion right. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Tua.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll roll him out right. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in... Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Watson on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown! David Njoku, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, watch it. Check 3. Jumper.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. David Njoku with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Check. Lucky. Check 13. Check smash. You go steal. Check steal. Hey,
they'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Smash, red.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Who's that? Blue, go.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. A final shot before the break. Watson steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A short kick taken at the 18. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. 2 now on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
In motion, Hill. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Browns' drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw is Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Watson swings this out for Hunt, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
In motion, Hill. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Number ready? Red, yellow.
In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Tua. And that's caught inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Tua to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for two. One play to keep their postseason alive. Tagovailoa. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Out to his left. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Watson now to throw. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.